Hello. The music that's playing is by a band called Hoahio, Hoahio. They're a Japanese trio of women. I think the name comes from, as far as I understood, a friend of theirs that was learning to speak Japanese left a greeting on their answering machine, but mispronounced the greeting a little bit, so they stuck with it. First heard it on Spinning on Air, a kind of an art music program. I probably heard that 26 years ago, something like that, maybe 25 years ago. It was a program he did on the female voice. Every week he would do a program about a different aspect, whatever he wanted to do with that. So he wasn't constrained to very specifics. It might be the theremin one time, it might be female voices, it could be songs about dogs the next week. It could be anything he wanted. Every once in a while he would just do freeform too, just the songs he liked, music he liked. This one's pretty melancholy and neatly atmospheric. Speaking to, sometimes there's relationships that don't neatly fit, less than lovers, more than friends. I've been there. Some of my best relationships, painful, confusing, valuable, most valuable relationships, I suppose, are things I've learned from. I have no idea what the rest of the Japanese lyrics are. So I've been away for a little bit. Health problems still exist, still working through that. It's tough right now. My feet are in a lot of pain, so exercise is tough because you need a full body exercises. I need to get back to swimming, I suppose, but the weight bearing full body exercises, are about, so many are about the kinetic chain and your driving force through your legs on up through the whole kinetic chain. So that's a problem to get a good amount of stimulating exercise. Speaking of relationships don't fit anything, my young friend is, I think, doing better. I mean, at least she's not on a bridge contemplating poor ends. But I don't want to speak too much to that. But I've been in grave, severe depression. Interesting, I've got right now she's going into that period of life where age peers are taking almost precedence. So we're young adult, as they say, which sometimes sounds like a pandering, but at the same time, there's something about finding that self-identity. So peers, when you look to peers, because they're more like you, I think, in terms of the social station, and so learning to navigate in a social station without family, or anything of that nature. And so there's that age friends. Later on, I think after you do that, there's points when it's about your interests. You might make friends to your interests or through your occupation, that kind of thing. And I think even that passes away. You find other reasons, or maybe there's a collection of those reasons. I've got friends 40 years younger than I am and 30 years older. I don't think I have anybody 40 years older than I am, because that puts them in their 90s. But it also speaks to my own mortality. My 87-year-old friend that passed away a month or 6 weeks ago, something like that, maybe a bit longer. So, like I was speaking earlier, it's my young friend and my old friend both having significant events create kind of an interesting bookending effect. But I haven't been around that much. I don't know how to feel about that. I'm just kind of dabbling and things. But Spinning on Air was a really good program. I think it shut down about, I don't know, 3-4 years ago. Much like Studio 360 with Kurt Anderson, which was more of an arts program, visual arts and things like that. And it was also a great program in the very late 90s, early 2000s. Here's an interesting version of the same song. It's kind of more raw, almost garage rock. But so I did just want to check in, and maybe I still feel a little bit like on the pile of garbage. But I did want to check in, drinking a little coffee. So looking at restarting and cleaning my life like that everybody goes through. And I think it's funny that people sometimes tend to go through that after the New Year's resolutions died, so right around this time, and looking at the mess. In my case, like many, I think the physical environment as well as it mirrors the internal state. I want to get it off me, and I want it to simplify and streamline to a great extent. Feeling a little stuck, a little trapped, low energy, but again, it's the health problems. That's working on that. I've got top men working on that. Which men? Top men. Series of tests. So I've got good friends that here to help. And sometimes for me, I think the motivating factor is to work when I can't find it in myself, when there's something to do in service of my friends, people I care about, or even sometimes service of strangers in need. That can be, I find, highly motivating when maybe I don't feel so valuable myself. Somebody else who I see as valuable needs the help, and that can be good, because there can be that point of it's like I don't have time for my own neuroses. There's a job that needs to be done because somebody needs it done, and that can be quite refreshing when I get there. Did finish up Pandemic Legacy Season 1 last night. This isn't the only time I played through, but I think I mentioned before I used to be a DM, D&D DM, back of first edition and in Holmes Blue Book edition and that stuff. So I'm used to playing kind of NPC, like I could play the game and enjoy the game and not give away the spoilers, and also regulate my own play so as to not to try to play into some knowledge I had, which frankly it had been a while since I played, and the complexion of the game changes. Well, I know a couple of things, and I'm not going to provide spoilers. The complexion of the game changes in a number of ways, so you can take kind of some different paths. So that wasn't a big issue. We did get our asses handed to us, which was the last time I was able to. We were able to eke it out by our chin. One interesting thing I noticed was I played it 2 players, each playing 2 by 2, with 4 characters, 3 player, and 4 player. There's some interesting things because while your stack of cards, kind of remains the same in terms of frequency of things happening, uh, you do play different player roles, and so a round takes longer, not time-wise, to get back to you, but in terms of the cards. So I can't be like, oh, these opportunities that are in the cards, I'll be able to exploit relatively quickly. Not so much personally, because maybe my character's traits are such, or my hand is such, but that it takes longer for the game state changes more before it gets back to me. This is for all players, so that uh, it's a little bit of a change that way, and that conditions change more before your character can take an action. So the game state, so that changes the much of the game. Brilliant game though, really brilliant game. We had a little more problem with the rules this time. Uh, just making sure we caught all the changing rules and things. We did have one more inexperienced player. That was a little frustrating to me because I like to stay on top of those rules. But that's a learning experience too. Not sure what we're playing next. Probably going to take a break from legacy games for a little bit and play something. I'll play a collection of other games, lighter weights. I still like co-ops. I mean, I know they're more puzzles, but excuse me, but they're wonderful. I do have Time Stories, which resonated with. I think it's very interesting, but we got a little lost, I think, in the mechanics in terms of we've only played the first scenario, and I think we've got something got asynchronous, something got confused, so it didn't quite work. So I need to sit down and play that solo, see if I can't fix that. When I say fix that, fix our understanding of that. So we'll work on that. That's a good tune though. So we'll get around to fixing that. Would like to get back to music. I hope to get back to music, especially if this health problem is going to continue. Uh, certain of the more physical activities that I do, may have to be curtailed for now. I mean, or just where it fits in my life, is going to change. So, I've left music for quite a while, but hope to get back into it. I think getting back into that would be very nice. Give me an outlet. Right now, I feel like I have no outlet. That's that trapped feeling. But again, I think it's like everybody else. I hate it, but again, when I say that, but it does mean I'm repeating myself, which I'm endeavoring not to do. Get back to my typing practice. There's a number of things. The funny thing is, it's an embarrassment of riches. There's a number of opportunities I have, and that's not the issue. And it's strange because how is the "They Might Be Giants" song put it? Either I'm dead and I haven't done anything that I want, or I'm still alive and there's nothing I want to do. That feeling of it's not even motivation. It's a type of depression, and I think I'm depressed. But it's different. That depressed isn't sad. It's different than lacking motivation. In a more traditional sense, when your brain's working correctly, it's a type of paralysis. Yeah. Anyway, that sounds like a downer. I'm not that bad off. So my apologies if anybody thinks that I am. Don't worry about me. Yeah, I just did want to check in, and I think making some motion and sitting down and throwing on the headphone uh, would be a start. Sometimes it feels a little bit, the Frozen feels a little bit like the Matrix when Trinity goes flying through the window and lands down the steps, turned around and draws her gun, John Woo double style, dual wielding style, and is looking at the window she just jumped through, expecting the pursuing agent to come through, and the window's just blank and nobody's coming, and she has to coach yourself. Get up, Trinity. Get up, Trinity. Get up. Sometimes it's just that. Um, and that's why I think just sitting down and doing a horrible ramble into this headset, the thing I'm doing. So I will try to do this tomorrow. Right now, I won't take up a greater portion of your day. But thanks for stopping by if you did. And I'll just continue.